Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gamerspective podcast number 6. I'm Joe, and joining me is.
Me, Amy. Hello.
And.
Me, Carly. Hello, hi.
And.
Me, Ryan.
You sound so excited.
Ryan sounds so angry at his laptop right
Ah,
now. And me, Joe. So, how are we all doing, guys? All good?
Very good, thank you
Right.
for asking.
I'm going to get the round started on what we've all been playing, because that's how we do this. Amy, I'm starting with you.
Alright, okay. We'll just
I choose you.
starting with me. I've been playing a few of you know, Murdered Soul Suspect. Obviously came out last month. Got it for $34.99. Thought, okay, I'll give it a go. I was interested in it in Eurogame last year. All was going well yesterday, and then the game save file broke, and I lost it all. And I was very
It really lost your shit too.
pissed off about it. Right, this kind of thing's never happened to me before. It's the first time, and I was just I'm so annoyed. I'm still really annoyed about it. I have got up to near the part I was before because thank God for whoever made the scene skips and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've done that, but actually I think it's partially helped me in the long run because I've missed a lot of collectibles along the way. So I think I've kind of redeemed myself for that. But I've been playing it. It's a good game. It's not the best game. I think it's too easy. I really want a challenge. It's thanks Square Enix. Thanks for trying, but you really need to try better, especially when the studio who made the game practically went bankrupt a couple of days ago. So that's not very good, is it?
Is it anything like LA Noire? Because that's the only detective game I think I've ever played.
I've been looking online, on the forums on pstrophies.org, and a lot of people saying there is a system where it does rank you out of 3, for your crime scene investigation skills.
That's familiar.
But I've not seen any other similarities. I've not actually played LA Noire myself, but I do have it. I will play it, and I
think I played a little bit of LA Noire a while ago, and I just picked it up on PC this week. So at some point I'll be installing that, and playing that again all the way through.
Yeah, when you're not actually playing all the games you got on the Steam sale.
Oh god, yeah, I know. There's so many games grayed out on my Steam list right now because they're games that I've bought that I haven't actually installed yet. There's just so many. I haven't even got to installing them.
Yeah, I played that, and I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 and Realm Reborn. So yeah, that's the only 2 I've been playing. It's really weird. A couple of months ago, I was using my PS3 more, and now it's the opposite. I'm using my PS4 more. So it's a very strange world for me right now. But,
it's okay. Next year, everyone will be using their PC more. It's gonna happen.
Keep dreaming. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Ryan, what have you been playing?
I have been playing The Wolf Among Us, the Stanley Parable.
Stanley Parable.
Yeah, it's such a great game.
It's a fun game.
Loads of Gmod, Game Dev Tycoon. There's loads of games that I've just bought on the Steam sale.
Yeah, picked up lots and lots, like
Lots
me,
and lots.
probably. You've actually picked up more than any of us.
Yeah, which is not a good thing.
Well,
Are you liking The Wolf Among Us?
I love it. I genuinely love it. I probably love it even more so than The Walking Dead, to be honest.
yes.
Joe, you haven't played The Walking Dead yet.
I know, but
I love The Walking
You can't
Dead.
have a say in this, Joe. Sorry, you can't have a say.
It's a great game, but I prefer the tone and the setting and the narrative of The Wolf Among Us.
Oh, I totally get that.
I love the noir setting.
Yeah, the noir
brilliant.
aspect is just so cool.
As you said, the opening of it, the opening of Wolf Among Us is just brilliant, and it just kind of sets the tone
Oh yes.
perfectly. I love watching it every single time there's a new episode. I'm like, oh, another episode, and I just watch that opening all over again.
Kind of like watching your favourite cartoon, is it? As
It
you
is.
were a kid and you're jumping up and down. It's like, I'm excited, there's a new
Like, oh, new episode, new
It
episode.
gives me the sort of Game of Thrones intro shivers. It's like, oh yeah, it's about to start.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
good
It reminds me of Drive, like the film Drive with Ryan Gosling. The sort
It's
of
with a lot of games and a lot of like TV shows that people watch like continuously, it gets to the point that you start skipping the intro to get straight to the episode. And I think like Game of Thrones and Wolf Among Us are one of those things that you're just so excited to see the introduction.
I never skip intros. I always like to see them.
It depends on what you're watching. Some intros are absolutely terrible.
I'm with Carly on this. I really don't like skipping intros, even if I might not necessarily like them. It kind of sets the mood for.
See, I don't skip credits.
Neither do I.
Marvel films have taught me not to skip the credits and walk out the
And yet you still do it.
I don't do it. The people that I'm with do it. But
I don't skip any credits as a sign of respect. Especially if it's something I like.
I remember once I was at the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and we did stay, and then this guy came up to us and said, "Oh, there's nothing after the credits, absolutely nothing." And I was just like, "No, there is this scene," and they're like, "No, really, there's not. This is the IMAX version. There is no scene." I'm just like, "Oh, well, that's."
Oh, that's so sad.
I was very upset about that. It's an X-Men scene, for God's sake.
Oh wow, X-Men is X-Men. Carly, what have you been playing?
Well, this is gonna sound like a massive letdown, considering that Amy was talking about murder. 206 and Ryan mentioned the Wolf Among Us, but honestly, after E3, I haven't been playing basically at all. The only thing I played has been NBA 2K14.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
taking you right now.
Such a great game. I'll back you, Carly.
Thank you.
No, we're not having it.
No, it's not a
You're
game.
not a sports fan. Shush.
No,
So, yeah, you should. She's my time. I tried starting. It was free on PS Plus, so I got it. I started a career. So you start with a new player, and you have to go to this game so the scouts can grade you, and then you get the NBA draft and all that stuff. I've been doing it over and over again because I keep getting ranked with an A minus, but I keep getting drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks, and I do not want to be on that team. So I gotta start the game again to get a different grade. I still end up with the same grade. There's a few teams before that, like I got one of the interviews with the Chicago Bulls. I wanted to be with them, but then they drafted after the Bucks, so I keep getting drafted by the Bucks, and I fucking do not want to play for that team.
I have that when I'm playing FIFA, when I'm doing the career mode for FIFA, and like I get an offer from Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm like, nope, it's not happening. I will never play for Tottenham Hotspur.
But the problem is the way you're graded, you start off with a player that doesn't really have any high rankings on anything. So I play as a point guard, and every time I pass the ball, I can get like my grade will go really high if I get an assist. But I pass the ball, and the player just stands there driving the ball for a few seconds, and you just motherfucking shoot the ball. I sometimes pass them, and they're like completely alone, and they do not shoot the ball. And if there was an option to just walk them, then take the ball away. No, shoot the ball.
I don't think I've ever heard someone get this intense about pretend sports before.
Because you have to start all over again, and you get taken off your grade. You can have it really high, and you get taken off points for the stupidest things. Like the player is supposed to be guarding scores, but sometimes it's not your fault. You get stuck on a pick and roll, and they just roll around and shoot the ball. What am I supposed to do? It's not like Space Jam when Michael Jordan just stretches out his arms to dunk the ball like from half court. I can't do that in the game. Can't do everything.
Jesus Christ.
man does
It's
not.
annoying.
So EA can expect like a handwritten note of fury from you at some point. in the
Yes.
next-
Except I got annoyed and haven't played it again.
Slightly.
I tried to get there's a few cheat codes. Like there's one where you don't more you have to like start the game not logged into PSN, and then go through that game after you get drafted. You put in the cheat code, and then your player has all the stats maxed out, which is what I want to do because I annoyed playing with a player that can't shoot anything, can't
Well,
do a proper assist.
That's the role playing game like approach. You have to level up before you can be good at anything. You have to
Yes, but at
grind
least-
out the difficult parts so that you can become awesome later on.
But at least with role-playing games, those sections of grinding and that stuff, at least they're interesting. Um, As well as sports games work.
I remember having that kind of like effect when I was playing Fire Emblem. You just like unlock a new character that doesn't have any high stats at all, but you know like later on they're going to be amazing. So you're putting them in these missions, and you're like, just need them to like kill one guy. Just like need to get that guy's health down to 1 HP, and have my little guy come in and just poke him, and then he'll get experience and level up hopefully. And every time he'd die, every single time he'd just run in and get himself killed. It
I
was,
have been getting kind of clever with putting names for my character. Like, I think one of the last few times before I got fed up, I just named my character No You. Like, it's fun. I get so tired with it. I did a few Game of Thrones ones. Like, one of my characters was named Hodor.
of course.
Kind of reminds me when I did the
That's the
Sims.
name of it.
I did that kind of thing when I got really bored. I was just like, yeah, I'll just call you Wolverine.
What was that on?
The Sims 3.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Um,
So
That's
many hours wasted on that.
You're already bored when you start playing The Sims 3. That's my like experience of it.
It took me nearly a year to platinum that. That is dedication.
Why? Why would you? I would have given up. I would have so easily given up.
Yeah, well, not many people have platinumed it, so I can proudly say that I am one of the few.
Well,
that's another
saying
accomplishment.
It is when it's an ultra rare trophy, I suppose.
Okay, let me rephrase that. That's another accomplishment you should be proud of.
Yeah, well, what should you be proud of? Naming your player No You. Yeah, you should be really proud of
Yeah,
that.
that is better than platinum the Sims 3.
Jesus Christ. Right, I'm going to move you along here because a few of you mentioned, well, specifically Ryan and I mentioned that we bought a lot in the Steam Summer Sale, which just finished, I think it was this week, the beginning of this week. So, what games have we all bought in the Summer Sale? And how much for, more specifically? Because the prices have been ridiculous.
And they're cheap, haven't they?
Very cheap. Absolutely cheap.
And this is like this summer sale is obviously the first time I ever bought anything. Even though I don't have a PC that can probably handle the games yet. I bought Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition.
I did that.
I can't remember how much it was. It was like, oh god, it was so cheap.
It was.
I'll tell you how much it was altogether though. Like when I say the other game that I got, which you actually tipped me off about, Skyrim Legendary Edition.
Yes, I got
So
straight on.
like £12 between them for the both.
Yeah. So it's the Ultimate Edition of Skyrim and the Ultimate Edition of Dragon Age Origins. Two pretty brilliant games.
Oh yes.
AAA games, and both of them for like £12.
And they've got so much replay value as well.
Oh yeah. Well, Skyrim more than any other one. I think Skyrim is the one game that every few months I would just pick up, start a new character, and find something that I never found like in my previous playthroughs.
It's one of those games where you just never come out your room. It's just like, real life? What's real life? No, I've got Skyrim now.
What is real life? Right. Ryan, what have you picked up in the sale?
Oh, there you go.
Alright, I did actually do like a list as I was buying the games and their prices, but I sort of deleted that from my notes.
Well done.
I did spend over £100,
Jesus.
and I've actually got my Steam library up right now, so bear with me because this may take a while. Okay, here's the games that I bought. Okay, I bought Bastion, Broken Age, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons,
All good game.
Euro, XCOM Declassified. I bought. Where's that by? Fallout New Vegas because I haven't played that yet.
I still haven't played that.
I played a little bit of it. It's not too
I'm
bad.
not a massive Fallout fan. Like I played Fallout 3. I love the Elder Scrolls. Like obsessed with that, but never got into Fallout. So I want to sort of try my hand at it.
I'm with you on that one. I kind of played a bit of Fallout 3 and I liked it, but it didn't come close to like Oblivion and
I
Skyrim.
played a bit of New Vegas. It's not too bad. I thought it would be like the Elder Scrolls. It sort of isn't, but it's kind of good on its own legs. But I think it could be better. But carry on.
All right. Then I bought the Far Cry pack, which includes Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, the first Far Cry, and Far Cry 2.
Damn.
I played all of those games, but I wanted to, play it on PC.
Do you remember how much that pack cost?
I believe it only cost £11.
Jesus. See,
Wow.
Far Cry 3 alone, I would still now pay like £20 for it.
Yeah, definitely. I also bought Fez, Football Manager 2014, FTL, Faster Than Light, Game Dev Tycoon, Gary's Mod, Gone Home. I bought the GTA pack, which includes GTA 3, GTA 4, the episodes of Liberty City,
Yeah.
San Andreas, and Vice City. All of that cost about £6, I think.
Damn.
I bought Hotline Miami, Killing Floor, the Metros, because I was going to get them on next gen, because that's out next month, the Metro Redux, whatever.
Still a series of games I haven't played yet. Metro.
What else did I buy? Hang on, just Papers, Please. I've only played an hour of it. I don't think it's that great, but something
A
that
lot of people have ranted and raved about like Papers, Please and how it won like awards last year, didn't it?
yeah, I'm not really seeing the whole fuss behind it at the moment.
I'd get that, but I've heard it might be coming out for PS Vita, so I might get it for that.
I bought the Stanley Parable. I bought Tomb Raider, which was really cheap as well.
Tomb Raider is a game I got free with my graphics card for my computer, and it's still grayed out, uninstalled, and unplayed on my Steam library.
I'm judging you right now.
I got the Walking Dead Season 2,
Well done.
but I'm going to wait until all 5 episodes are out for that before I play it.
Mhm.
I also bought the first Witcher game because I previously owned the second one, and I'm going to buy the third one. I also bought the Wolf Among
As you
Us
should.
and XCOM Enemy Unknown. So all in all, it's about like 24 games.
Have you played XCOM before?
I haven't, no.
XCOM, I absolutely adore XCOM. Enemy Unknown, and I would recommend that you get XCOM Enemy Within, which is like the kind of expansion pack to it, because it adds a lot more to the game as well. But I absolutely adore XCOM. Like I just started playing that again on Steam recently. I think I played about 10 hours in the last couple of weeks. It's for anyone that doesn't know, it's a squad-based like tactical strategy shooter thing where you gotta like put your troops behind cover and like make shots on enemy aliens and stuff. But as you're going along, and if you lose a unit during a match, then they're gone. Like you're not getting them back, and it's just really stressful at times. So stressful.
And that's it from me.
That's it. That's it.
What about you, Joe?
How about me? I picked up I got Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition as well because I played it on PS3 and I didn't like it on PS3, but I feel like I could enjoy it a lot more playing it on PC now.
I've obviously I bought it for PS3 and I played it, and it did everything, and I still bought it for PC because I just really wanted to try out the mods. The mods are just brilliant.
I got Hitman Absolution. I've played bits of that on PS3 when it was free on PS Plus. That was quite good. But LA Noire, like, as I said before, I only played a little bit of that before and I loved it. So, looking forward to going through that. What else did I get? There's something here somewhere. I got The Secret World, which is a game I've been playing. Well, this week alone I've played 35 hours. So,
Wow.
that's playing a lot. It's an MMO, and it's based in like the modern world. So you can go to locales like New York and London and stuff like that. And it's for anyone that's watched the Supernatural TV series. It's basically like an MMO of that. You're fighting everything supernatural with shotguns and assault rifles and also magic and swords and hammers and things like that. It's brilliant. Like I absolutely adore Supernatural, and it's a shame there's no good Supernatural game out there, but this is the closest you can get.
You mean MC's hammer when you say hammer?
What's that?
Do you mean MC's hammer when you mean hammer?
MC Hammer.
Yeah,
Just
his hammer.
MC's hammer. I don't think MC Hammer has a hammer. I think it's his name. Jesus.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Carly, did you get anything in the sale?
Did she have?
I don't have Steam. I know you're just gonna judge me for saying that, but I don't have Steam.
You're a letdown. You're an absolute letdown. It was good. The sale
I still love you.
they did something really interesting in that they assigned everyone a team. Like, which team were you on, Ryan?
I was the red team.
Ah, lucky for some. Yeah, they assigned everyone one of the teams, and as you bought games and unlocked badges by playing the games that were on the sale, you put points towards your team. It's like thinking Harry Potter. It's like your house, and at the end of the day, the team with the most points got like prizes and stuff. So I was assigned purple team. Ryan was assigned red team.
I was assigned red team. Wait,
You were assigned red team.
does this mean I get prizes?
No, players players were randomly chosen from the teams every time their team won.
I haven't actually been on Steam since I actually downloaded the game, so.
But they were awarding free games from your wish list, so they'd pick like 30 members of the winning team every single day and just give them the top game on their wish list. It was pretty interesting. I don't know anyone that won anything, but there are some expensive items on Steam that you could have got completely free just for this kind of like team-based thing that they added, which is really interesting, and I hope they do it like at Christmas time when the next sale comes along.
That sounds really good. It'd be interesting if other people, other companies and stuff it'd be interesting if Sony or Microsoft would do it, but I don't think they would.
It was also a little bit more of a it was a thing to just get you to spend more money, but it was fun in that way because let's face it, we were going to spend money either way.
I think every Steam sale comes out, they know you're going to spend money. They just put the prices down and they just sit there and they're crossing their arms
they just sit there buying their mansions.
Let's wait for the masses. Stroke their villainous cat beside them.
The masses will come.
Yes, they will come.
They will come. So speaking of PC games, this happened in the last couple of weeks actually. The games for Windows, there was a big dispute about it. They were just going to completely get rid of it and get rid of all server things. So did anyone else hear about that?
Age of Empires, is it?
Age of Empires is the one that actually was taken down. Yeah. So the servers for Age of Empires Online were down.
I heard about it, and whilst I obviously don't play it myself, I know quite a few people who do play it, and I thought, well, they're not going to be happy about this.
Yeah, it's a bit awful.
Age of Empires Online is pretty popular.
Yeah, it got pretty big at one point, so they just completely stopped supporting that game, and now you can't actually play it. So it's a bit of a downer, especially if you really like it.
It's horrible when this kind of thing happens, but you just know that one day it's inevitably going to happen, no matter how old it is or how popular it is.
Yeah.
It's not nice, especially to a big game like that.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder whether other games for Windows are gonna go that way.
Yeah, they wouldn't forget about the dust.
Yeah, I don't think they could survive in the PC gaming world anyway.
How many people were actually playing it at the time? Because I'm sure they've got to take that into account. Because if not many, then fair enough. But if there were quite a lot of people, well,
I'm not sure how many people were playing it as it ended. They did release these stats of how many games were played during the entire thing and how many.
5 million battles or something.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. 13 million multiplayer matches were played. And so I don't know how long it was. It was only launched a few years ago, 2012 or 2011 or something.
Wow, that doesn't seem very.
Well, no, especially as they're discontinuing support. You might think that this year, was it last year? It was either this year or last year. One of the Halo games lost its support. One of the first Halo games, and that was we're talking 2002, 2003, around that area. So
Well, their games, obviously with the service shutdown, it's pretty mostly useless now. They probably won't be able to sell them or anything.
No, not really. I mean, and even then, not Bungie, sorry, but
Microsoft.
Microsoft, they've bundled all the Halo games together, so you can still play those games online now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say about that.
As soon as the collection launches, thanks to that E3 announcement. So now you can still play Halo 1 and Halo 2 online.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get those people back.
It's like, we know you love playing Halo 2. Why don't you just buy it again?
We made a mistake. Like, I'm sorry, old people. You can come back, but we also want you people to play. So everybody wins.
Look, you get to play Halo 4 as well.
You get to do this. You get to do that. You get to relive the best memories. I'm just like, I'm not a Microsoft fangirl. Sorry, I'm with Sony.
That should not just like. You should play Halo.
No.
You should.
Yes.
It doesn't look like my kind of thing.
It's a good series.
It's how you haven't played it. How would you know if it's not your thing?
I'm really into shooters. I'm really, really not into shooters.
Yeah, because it's not like you play a game called Mass Effect.
That's an RPG though. It's got RPG and other elements in it.
It's an RPG shooter.
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
Still a shooter.
RPG shooter.
Yeah, but it's got RPG, and you begged me to play that, and I literally did
Now
it.
we're begging you to play Halo and stop getting it just because it's published by Microsoft.
This was.
Fight.
I might watch it online. I might watch a playthrough online, but I will not play it. I won't play it though. I'm sorry, but I'll never buy an Xbox. Never. I'm sorry.
Never buy an Xbox.
Oh my god, I mean.
We should write that down somewhere and then show it back to her when she buys an Xbox.
No, I will never buy an Xbox, and I've always said this, and I will maintain that.
Why?
What if something happens and the only console left is the Xbox?
When a nuclear apocalypse renders the Xbox the only console you can play.
I will make my own console then.
Lord.
Basically, you're not gonna play video games ever again.
Why the hate towards Xbox?
Yeah, I want to know as well.
Like Xbox, I just don't like it. I don't like the design of the controller. I just don't like the design of the console. And practically most of the games on there, I can just.
You don't have to touch the console. It doesn't matter the design of the console.
What, did you just say I've never touched the console?
I don't like the look of the PS3, but I still have one.
I saw a uni friend play on her Xbox, and I was just like, I don't like this.
I saw my friend play, so I don't need to.
Oh, come on, because
The design of the Xbox 360 controller is actually really good. It's actually a lot better than the DualShock 3.
No. But most of the games that they do, I can just get for PS. I can just get them on my PS3, and I prefer the PS3 exclusives and PS4 now exclusives to the Xbox.
I agree with the exclusives. The PlayStation exclusives.
Uncharted, The Last of Us, any others? Anyone?
Still haven't played the Uncharted series.
Kingdom Hearts.
It's definitely better. Exclusive.
Sorry.
Yeah, now I'm judging you.
But
I'm seriously sat here and I'm sat next to my games and I'm just looking. Anyway.
But because you haven't played Xbox games, you're missing out on Halo. You're missing out on The Witcher.
It doesn't really interest me. Not The Witcher.
The Witcher.
About The Witcher, I'm just saying Halo doesn't interest me.
Halo's great. If you played it, I guarantee you would like it.
Nah.
I'm not a fan of first-person shooters, and I still like the Halo thing. I make an exception for Halo.
Where credit's due, Bungie have got me interested in Destiny, but me and Halo are never going to have that same love relationship.
You don't know that though.
You haven't tried it!
I don't want to try it, and I don't really see the point in discussing this because we're not going to get anywhere with the podcast.
One of the greatest games of all time. You are a video game journalist reviewer and stuff, and you will not try one of the greatest ones.
I'm with Carly on that one. One of the greatest games of all time.
Yes, I am. It does not mean I have to play an Xbox. There are reviewers who do specific.
Then play it on PC.
No, because I don't have a PC that can handle it.
You don't have a PC that can handle the first and second game.
You won't believe the specs on my laptop.
Are you playing Dragon Age and stuff like that on your PC?
Very hard. I have to do it on very low graphics, and it's still very, very.
I feel like you're just making excuses right now for not trying the first
I'm
game.
not making excuses. This is just not nice. Just like that. But anyway, what point were we on actually again?
So I'm just gonna throw all the points.
Servers. Yeah, servers.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's there was a lot of questions raised regarding games of Windows and whether they're actually gonna, stop having server support for all of their games, but they released a statement saying they would still do that. So I don't know. I think people are still worried regarding that.
Mm.
They're worried their games are gonna just suddenly disappear. Which, I mean, if it was Steam, I'd be scared. I'd be like cradling my PC in my arms, like rocking
Whenever
back
I
and
hear
forth.
about games of the servers going down, though, that is the thing that it's in the back of my mind. It's like, oh God, which games are next? I'm looking at my collection, thinking, right, what's the oldest game here with a server?
The most frightening one, I think, is like MMOs and stuff. Like once an MMO loses any server support, it's gone. It's literally gone.
Yeah.
It has no value anymore. And some games they just turn off the servers and that's it, and you just like it's just gone. Other games, I mean, did you hear about the Matrix Online? What they did when they?
No, didn't.
This was a while ago now, but I mean, there was a good MMO called the Matrix Online, which was.
How old was it?
Something
was,
actually good came out of the Matrix.
the Matrix. The Matrix Online started early 2000s, I want to say. It was around the time that World of Warcraft was starting as well. And
Judge me now. I've never seen the Matrix films.
Oh
whoa.
my God, what is happening right now?
Okay, I'm gonna like go over that, glaze past that because this is a gaming podcast, but you should be ashamed.
At least for the first movie, no one's gonna judge you for not seeing the sequels, especially the Third Revolution.
Agreed.
But the fact that you haven't seen the first one.
Yeah, that's
I don't know why I haven't seen it, but I can't remember.
Neither do we.
What year did it come out, the first Matrix film again? Someone
the
look it up.
first Matrix film.
Yes.
1998 or 1999.
Oh, I was really young then. Like, I was thinking about other things.
And you don't have access now to watch it?
Of course I have access to watch it. It's just the thought has never occurred until you mentioned it.
What? Oh,
Now, this request I can probably comply with.
just watch it.
Anyway, regarding the actual
MMO.
MMO, I think it was 4 years after the game came out, they had this big event. They announced that the servers were going to lose support, and like that would be it. No one could play anymore. But they had this big event where they invited all the players back that used to play for free to play for the event, and then at the end of the event, it would show that the Matrix was kind of like shutting down, and then all this stuff would happen, and it was really interesting. And I think if you're actually going to close an MMO, you should at least do that much. Like give some closure. Yeah, give closure to because it ended the story as well. It was like the end of the story.
Well, obviously, apparently a lot of people woke up to the real world, so obviously the Matrix couldn't work anymore.
Wow.
Well, there it is.
Given a plot-related explanation to why the game is not working anymore.
We're done now. We want to go back to our real lives now. So,
Yeah.
So
You don't understand what I'm saying, Amy.
I can try to understand.
What is real life?
What is love?
So Seiko actually wanted to ask Ryan, because he's the only one I know that's been playing it. Destiny.
I haven't been playing it.
Haven't you?
No, we had Amy and Lex.
That's me.
Lex isn't here at the moment.
That's me. Played it.
You've been playing Destiny.
Yes, I played the alpha. How did you not know?
I thought it was
She's
Ryan.
been bragging about it since she got it.
It's not
You know
me.
what?
It's Ryan.
You know I don't listen to
Why?
Emily,
The preview is on the site. How did you not know it was me?
because I don't listen to you most of the time.
But she did just say she wrote a review about it on the site, and you just submitted to not reading the reviews.
Because we can't exactly give a review to a game that's not completed yet.
A review of the alpha.
Pre preview, like
Whatever.
preview of what the game is sort of like. But yeah, I played it. It was really good. Like I didn't play very much of it. I played a few hours, and I was very impressed by what I've seen. Oh God, I mean, if you want to know like what it was like, I mean, we read preview, but just to give you a very summed up summary of it, I'd say it doesn't look like an alpha at all. It actually looks like I'd say 99% finished game.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. The environments, the design, the story, it was all
I
beautiful.
suppose they wouldn't want to show off something that looked awful.
I was still pretty shocked when I actually got an email saying, "Oh, you have been invited to the alpha," and I literally only signed up for it like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Before I got it, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm surprised." I was like,
Keep rubbing it in Ryan's face.
"Yeah," I was like, "Oh, I was really surprised." I was just like, "Oh, I can't wait to play this with everyone." And then I found out none of you had even got it. I was just like, "Oh, well now."
Really, she cannot resist
honestly,
rubbing it in.
It's a treat. You're gonna look forward to it if you're gonna play the belly. Yeah, can't even speak now.
That's what happens when you rub it in.
Coming out this month, and I tell you, it is worth the wait because it is beautiful. I had a good chat with a guy in game when I got Murder Soul Suspect the other day about it. God, it was such a good chat. But yeah, we were just like talking about the alpha because we'd both got onto the alpha and we were just amazed how brilliant and beautiful it is. I mean, the story's pretty straightforward. Obviously, you're one of the last guardians that's going to save Earth. Blah de blah de blah. And he was saying how he might not do the beta because of his game backlog, and it made me think like, should I do the beta because I've done the alpha? But I think I will do the beta.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I want to play. I want to share it with all of you who are going. Is everyone here going on the beta? Just to clarify.
Yes.
What consoles is the beta available for?
PS4.
Just PS4.
All of them.
It's exclusive to PS4 first, and then it's a timed exclusive, the beta, and then Xbox One gets it like a little bit later. I don't know.
Is there anything for PC?
I don't know about PC.
No.
May have to look that up.
No, I won't be able to. I don't own any of the next gen consoles.
Why you need a PS4?
I don't need a PS4.
But yeah, it's beautiful. It's going to be worth the wait. I tell you, I can't wait to see how you react to it.
It does look gorgeous.
It is very gorgeous.
But it's times like this that I then like wonder how you can say something like, "I'm not interested at all in Halo," when Destiny is literally built on the back of Halo.
Don't even say that. But I was just gonna say, I'm not into. I really don't like first-person shooters, but it made the mechanics, the gameplay. It made it very simple. It wasn't. You don't have any.
You realize you're just digging yourself deeper with what you're saying.
I'm saying it's not very gimmicky. It's not flashing. It's not showing off. It's just simple and straight to the point.
Exactly what they're trying to tell you. That's exactly what Halo is.
Yeah, that's why people love Halo.
Well, the thing is, I like to go forward. I don't like to go back. So.
Oh my God.
Yep, I went there.
So the excuses keep.
What do you mean you don't like to go back? What is wrong with old games? Exactly, especially if they're great games.
I didn't say there's nothing wrong with old games. I just like to keep moving forward.
Halo isn't really old either if you count Halo 4.
Okay.
I'm talking about minis.
Speaking of old games,
what games did you start playing last year? There were already all three of them out.
I don't know. Why?
Oh, you don't know? Didn't you start playing the Mass Effect series after all three of those games came out?
Yes, but to be fair, I only discovered them there and then.
No, but you don't like to go back. You like to move forward.
That's a terrible argument. I only discovered them then. Discover Halo now.
It's not like I bought them individually like you did. I actually bought them as the trilogy like itself, and the trilogy itself only came out, let me think, December 2012, I think. Yeah, it was.
But Amy,
that's still not the point.
You could buy the Master Chief Collection.
No,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
That blows your argument completely out of the water.
I'm sorry, but I'm not wasting money on a console. Another console, no. I'm absolutely not. I'm sticking to my guns, and you can't
A
change
true
my mind.
gamer does not care what platform they are playing on.
I do actually.
Yeah.
All about the game.
Then you're
That's
not.
true.
Yes, I do.
I own a PS4, an Xbox One, and I'm getting into PC gaming.
As EA would
So I
say,
love games.
in the game.
No, I'm sorry. I stick to my guns, and you cannot sway me otherwise.
She can't
Look,
be convinced.
I own every single version of the PlayStation. Having allegiance to one console is not a good thing because they can come up with a terrible console and then you're stuck with that one and not paying attention to the actual good ones.
To be fair, like the PlayStation 3 was massively worse than the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One is massively worse than the PlayStation 4.
Exactly.
So there is no better company that make better consoles. They go through phases.
Exactly. Like Sony had the
It's a
PlayStation 1
marathon,
and the
not a race.
PlayStation. Exactly. Sony had the PlayStation 1, had the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 3 sucked for a long time.
I'm saying it's just down to my personal preference at the end of the day. That's all it is.
You actually need to try something to know
It's
if it
not
actually
me.
is your
This is
personal
me.
preference.
No, this is me just saying I'm happy with my PS3. I'm happy with my PS4. I'm happy with my 3DS and any other little console.
We're just winding you up.
Yeah, I know you are. But I'm still not playing Halo, so suck it, bitches.
We need to change that in September.
No.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what we'll do. We'll sit her down. We'll strap her to the chair and force her to play through the entire
Yeah,
series.
you can try, but you will fail. Even Marcus
Never say
couldn't.
never.
Marcus couldn't make me play anything I didn't want to, so yeah.
Marcus doesn't actually make anyone do anything. He just suggests stuff. Too much of a nice guy to force you to play
Anyway,
it.
let's move on from this because it is sucking up a lot of time, and as you know, time is of the essence. And we have
So,
discussed.
an event that just ended at the end of the month, which I don't know if anyone was tuned into at all, was Summer Games Done Quick, or like from the guys who did Awesome Games Done Quick. Did anyone tune into any of that?
No, which is probably embarrassing.
Sorry. You're on your own.
That's so upsetting.
Yeah, but no.
Well, you've got the spotlight now, so you might as well take it.
Well, I only watched a little bit of it, but I was hoping everyone else had watched a little bit of it as well. But
Tells me things, so you've got yourself.
the guys who do it is basically they're a group of speedrunners, and they play games and complete them as fast as humanly possible. And they get together, I think it's twice a year, not once a year, for a charity event to raise money while they're doing this. So the entire thing's streamed. Different people are coming in and playing different games and then swapping in and out. And there's always like a live feed going somewhere, usually on Twitch, but sometimes elsewhere. But I don't actually know. I'm trying to find out how much they raised because they did really well this year. Lots of people tuned in. I think it went on for a week. Oh, here we go.
What they're playing, because I'm pretty sure I saw something on Twitch where they were raising money for charity.
In total, they raised $717,757.
Games were they playing now? That's what I'm trying to think.
Let me have a look. Like, so they did everything. I think they started with some Nintendo games. They did like Super Mario World, Crash Bandicoot. They did Super Monkey Ball, Donkey
I
Kong.
might have actually seen that at some point. That I probably saw like a couple of times, but I didn't. I may not have realised it was there. Yeah, I think I just tuned in a few times.
They did a huge amount of games actually. Thinking about it, they did Bastion, they did Mad World. Oh God, Mad World is old. They did like some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games and the Double Dragon games. I think they did Octodad, the newest one, which that I would have loved to have tuned into that. I missed that one. And the Duke Nukem games. They did loads, and they just carried on. As soon as one finished, they went on to the next one. And some of the games they finished, some of the times they finished games in were brilliant. They finished the last day with Final Fantasy VI, I believe, and they did that in 7.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so anyone that's played that before, well, no.
Well, I haven't played 6, but it's on my list.
It's probably
Says
one of
the
the better
woman
ones.
who said before that she doesn't look back, she looks forward.
Yeah, this is before I actually met any of you, so
Yeah, not the point.
This was back when I had my PS Vita. Well, I still have it, but when I first got it.
I don't have a PS Vita.
Oh,
I was digging through my wardrobe the other day and I found my PSP and I realized I haven't played it in so long. It's like
what color
dusty.
is it?
What's that?
What color is it?
It's black.
Oh, I white.
It's a PSP Slim too. What game is still inside? Let's have a look. Crisis Core.
You know, I should
I
say
approve.
Crisis Corner as well.
Crisis Core still sitting in there. It's going strong. It can stay in there for now.
Mm.
It's also the
That's
only pop.
probably the one that and Birthright Sleep but games I put more hours into my PSP.
I think I only had 3 games for PSP. It was Crisis Core, Birth by Sleep, and Dissidia.
Yes, you
I
know
had
the 3 games I had as well.
Yeah, it's the only reason I got a PSP.
I
Yeah.
had Crisis Core, Birthright Sleep, Dissidia, Final Fantasy Tactics, and some. I had a poker game I'd never really played.
A poker game.
I got that with the PSP, and there was FIFA. One of the FIFA games. I think it was FIFA 05.
Oh, I've
I like
got.
that on the
I
PSP.
have Final Fantasy 4, the full collection here as well. I'm just looking down at my.
Did you finish it? Have you finished it?
No, not yet actually, but I'm enjoying it. I don't remember the last time I played it. I think it was last year when I was coming back from Eurogamer.
So here's the problem. Even if I wanted to play my PSP, I don't know where the charger is. So
Uh,
it's
You should get
screwed.
one. You should get one from Game. They have like dual ones like with Vita and PSP, like both at the end.
I don't
I
think
need
I
to get
even
a
finished
PSP
Crisis Core.
Because I bought one the other week and they're quite cheap now, like £10.
Yeah, I didn't even finish Crisis Core.
Oh, shame on you, Joe.
I got to, I think, like 10, 20 minutes before the end, and then I did something, and then I accidentally saw the final cutscene from someone else, and then I just could never go back and play it.
It's,
I
I
knew-
played it once, and it is literally the best game that came out for PSP for me. I played it once, went through it, and then I was like, should I play it again? I was like, no, because my heart was absolutely crushed.
I had to put the PSP down before I got to that final part because knowing this coming doesn't help at all.
It was coming. It was horrible. It's one of the few games that actually had me crying at the end.
I was bawling. It's not even crying.
Oh
Bawling.
yeah. Okay, bowling. We'll go with that.
You know what I did before going to Nibelheim? Because after you go to Nibelheim, that's the point of no return. That's where everything goes to shit. I just started Midgar run and run. It's like, I'm not going to Nibelheim. You can't make me. Just run out on Midgar.
It makes you love Zack even more if you didn't like him already.
I loved it.
It was kind of like, yeah, I liked him. I do want to say goodbye to him. But then on the other hand, it's like, for fuck's sake, why do we have to get Cloud? I would prefer Zack in Final Fantasy 7.
Completely agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would have loved it.
I am sure a few people from TLS are going, no, because I never. That's okay. When the original game, he wasn't. I didn't have a problem with his character, but then the characterization they started making after War and Kingdom Hearts and Advent Children and stuff like that, I didn't like him at all. Like, I love Zack. I
Right.
always prefer Zack over
I
Cloud.
always liked Zack even in 7, but I just absolutely fell in love with him in Crisis Core. And you play, I think all of you will feel this, like you're playing through the game and you're enjoying it and you're just like, oh no, and then you meet Cloud and you think, oh shit, we're near the end, aren't we? Oh, we're fucked. We're not ready for this.
Like, you play it and you meet Cloud and you're like, oh wait, I'm not the main character of this series. Something terrible is going to happen.
Mm.
Okay, so we're running out of time, so I want to wrap up by asking everyone what they're looking forward to this month. We're in July now. We're in the thick of it.
Are there games going at this one?
There's only
Oh,
one.
actually, The Walking Dead. I don't know why the 4th episode hasn't come out yet. The Wolf Among Us is already on the 5th episode. What happened?
Yeah, The Wolf Among Us is set to finish this week on Wednesday or Tuesday. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this month.
Like, they were supposedly like 13 episodes, one episode for one episode for the other. But after the third episode, we had the fourth one from The Wolf Among Us, and then the fifth one for The Wolf Among Us. So where's the fourth episode from The Walking Dead?
The fourth episode of The Wolf Among Us was actually quite short in comparison, so they probably made them both next to each other.
I remember writing that in my review. It's only like, what, 90 minutes long? It's not very long for an episode. But
hopefully the fifth one is longer than the average episode.
It's not to take away from how brilliant the game, like the episode was.
Oh, no, it's great. I was just like...
Oh, it was so tense, and I'm so looking forward to the episode this week, but I hope we do get a really good length of time with this, because I'm really not ready to say goodbye to this.
No.
I love every moment of it. Does anybody know, is Abe's Odyssey Taste World, whatever it's called, coming out this month? Because I might get that.
Abe's Odyssey?
Abe's Odyssey, is it?
Yeah, I think that comes out just after the birthday. New and tasty, isn't it?
Yeah, new and tasty. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I might actually get that, depending on how much it is, even though I swore.
Also, for you two girls, The Last of Us Remastered comes out at the end of the month.
That's why I was just...
Honestly, I'm not interested.
I want to get it, but I've not played it all the way through PS3. I will probably...
What? Another thing to be embarrassed about, I mean.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't completed it?
Too many games came out. In fact, I'm going to blame Final Fantasy XIV for this, because it came out...
I'm gonna blame right now.
I had the beta, and then I had the actual game come out, so I'm going to blame...
It's been over a year, Abby.
My respect level for you is
Yeah, but why don't you tell the developers? Because it's only been a year since the PS4 came out. Why the big PS4?
Now you haven't completed The Last of Us.
I may do a replay review of it if I get it finished anytime soon. In fact, I have 2.5 weeks where I will be dog sitting, so I may get it done then.
You have to. That is your assignment.
You know what? I will actually. I'll get it.
You know what?
You know what?
You know what?
With the remastered, it's not gonna be that different. It's just came out last year. The graphics were already great. I'm not gonna buy a game just because it's gonna be a tiny bit of graphical difference.
The only reasons I would buy it, like assuming if I had already finished the game, would be better graphics and replay value. But other than that, I don't see any other reason. It's kind of like
the only reason I see to buy this is A, if you haven't played it already and you have a PS4, great, buy it on PS4 instead of buying it on PS3. Or if you have played it already, you loved it, and you know you're going to be playing it lots and lots in the future. You would rather play it on PS4 than have to plug in your PS3 and boot that up.
I shall be buying it.
If Super Mario World came out right now for, I don't know, my the old really classic Super Nintendo one came out on my 3DS, I would buy that. I already own Super Mario World on the SNES, but I'm not going to plug in my SNES if I want to play Super Mario.
SNES, that sounds funny.
Although, I might give it a try.
Yeah, there's not really many. It's kind of coming into a drought now where, with all the games that are coming out, there's not really much until about September, October. That's where
September's always a big one.
Yes.
September, we're actually moving out of the way because of Destiny.
Destiny's the biggest release, obviously. So even if that was the only game released in September, it'd still be a big month.
I think the big games coming out in September are Destiny, FIFA, and NHL, and Madden.
And probably Joe and Amy would disagree with 3 of those names you mentioned.
And doesn't that new Legend of Zelda game come out in September?
September?
Don't you mean Legend of Zelda? Don't you mean Hyrule Warriors?
Well, isn't that
Yes, 19th of September that comes out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
On our release diary right now.
And Super Smash Bros.
Now that is something good.
That's a game I'm looking forward to. It's like half the reason I bought my 2DS.
Yeah, there isn't going to be much, but October's going to be a very big month as well, so that'll be good.
Yeah, October and September, that's where it's at.
Dragon Age,
and then obviously November.
Drive Club, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Oh wait, no, that's November. I'm jumping ahead here.
Oh wait.
Sunset Drive. Yeah, there's quite a lot of good games for October.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
October on the same day, you've got Alien Isolation.
Middle Earth.
Dragon Age, Middle
We
Earth,
Yeah.
and Drive Club.
Oh, and
I think it's pretty
Pokemon.
obvious which one I'm gonna be buying.
And then, like a week later, I believe Evolve is out.
Yeah, and then the week after that, you've got you've got Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Sunset Overdrive and Assassin's Creed on the same day as well. Yeah.
That's
So,
saving your presents, everyone.
Roll
Go
on
on.
October.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very. We can just forget the real world. You know, we can just shut ourselves off from work, and if we have to go out.
Our podcast that month will be in November when we're done playing all of the October games.
Who just like, should we do a podcast? No, I've got too much to play. Yeah, okay.
Only if you can fit it in the gap between when I'm changing this game to this game. Only if you can do it within the loading screens.
If only if you can do it within the next 30 seconds.
Okay, I think that's good, and we'll wrap it up there. So this has been fun. Please tune in next week when we'll probably be squealing about The Wolf Among Us.
Which I will be playing.
Which
Yes,
Carly will have eventually played.
Charlie already knows what's happening, but I can't wait to, knowing something is going to happen and actually playing it is two different things, so I'm very excited.
I've seen the walkthrough, Sammy. Also, how would you know? You don't read on spoilers.
No, but it's a different thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, seeing something you get excited, but actually watching, playing something.
You've seen the walkthroughs.
Yes.
You've seen the walkthroughs. How can
Yes.
you look at the walkthroughs for a game like The Walking Dead or The
know,
Wolf
she's
Among Us?
Insane.
Because I need
That's
something
like reading
to
up
put me
on
over before all 5 episodes come out, or
That's
else
like
I'll
reading
go
up on the
crazy.
story and all of the important decisions for Mass Effect before you go and play Mass Effect.
Yes.
This is exactly what I did.
Oh my god, really?
Oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
I know
You're
she
the-
How
you're
did
the
you
worst
not
kind of
know,
person.
know this about me already? I
You're
always
literally the
read
worst kind of
everything.
person.
God. Well, Ryan, what do you think of this?
I think it's silly.
Yes.
Spoiling yourself.
It's like,
I love the enthusiasm there.
we should have said.
Like, with an interactive game like The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, Heavy Rain,
Spoiling
it's all
yourself
about
on a
Heavy
story
Rain.
driven
narrative. Like, and with something like Skyrim, for instance, where you can just free roam the world, or GTA, for
Yeah,
instance.
spoiling yourself on Skyrim is not the biggest deal in the world because
Yeah, like
Because
me-
you guys care about going to that not knowing. But I have the opposite reaction to that. I do not like not knowing, especially with games like that. I want to know all the options available to me.
So,
No,
Before-
I want to play a game through once, like, and have this be a unique experience where I don't know what's going to happen and get to the end of the story and enjoy it before I go back and I look at all the things I could do.
yeah, Callie, I'm going to ask you something. Do you actually want to know about the details of when you're going to get married, when you have kids, when you die?
Do you read up on the ending of a film before you go and see a film?
The ending of your own story.
I always read the plot of a film before I actually see it.
Wow, that's just wow.
That's
Oh, God.
because that's how
You're a
I
weird kind of
function.
person.
You know
That's how
what?
I function. I like reading. It's
Why,
like
why don't you just not see the film then after you've done that? It's like, well,
Yes.
that's-
Is there
because when I
anything you
want to
don't-
see a film, when I want to play a video game and all that stuff, you guys, you
That's
go in a
not-
different way. That's fine for you. But for me, I like to read. I like to read what the plot is and then see it come to life. That's how I enjoy these things.
Is there anything that you don't read or read upon or spoils or anything for anything? Can't you just enjoy?
Well,
something
I
else?
can't do it with TV shows when I'm watching them when they happen because you don't. Even though I try looking up the plot before they happen, you have to kind of go into them, not knowing what's gonna happen, sort of.
Screwed at that point.
But that's not how I enjoy these things. It's fine for you guys. That's how you guys function. That's fine. But it's not how I function. I don't enjoy.
I don't understand that at all.
Do you function this way? Why?
I'm not the only person that functions this way. There's an article on it that the people that like reading on spoilers, they enjoy their work that way, which is how I enjoy it.
Being a
And the people
minority
that want to go into these things unspoiled, like you guys, do you enjoy that way? It's not bad or good either way. It's just how you guys enjoy it, and I enjoy it the other way around.
It's so very baffling to us, I'd say.
I
And
just
it's
don't
baffling to
understand.
me. And I can, but it's not baffling. I can understand why you guys don't want to go and spoil. But that's not the way I like to do things. I like to know what's gonna happen. I like to read on these things and then see it come to life. And that's how I know how I'm going to enjoy it if I'm going to like it. I don't, it's not the same when I don't know what's gonna happen. When I have to go and spoil, that doesn't bring a lot of enjoyment to me.
It completely takes out the surprise of like
But that does nothing to me. It does for you guys, but that doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, all right. Example. Have you played the original Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes.
Okay, right. Spoilers. So if anyone's listening,
It doesn't
Uh,
matter. Go ahead.
would you? So you're saying you would rather know that Revan, you're playing as Revan the entire time. You are the bad.
Okay, I'm gonna start with this. That wasn't really a spoiler for me. As someone who played Final Fantasy VII, I saw that coming a mile away. It wasn't really that hard to figure out if you play Final Fantasy VII, especially the way Bastila handles the situation. Is that you talked about it, she just gets really uncomfortable. It doesn't want to say that if she in fact killed Riven or not. So it's not wasn't really a big spoiler to me. Even before when I first started watching walkthroughs on the game, I figured there was something wrong, and that was even before I started then looking up the information, and then I found out, okay, he's actually Riven. Like, yeah,
Wait, so did you see the spoilers before you played the game?
yes.
But
Okay.
like,
Right. Can I just say now, like, just saying, you don't know whether something's going to be obvious if you've read it before you've seen it. Something
But
is not obvious.
with that one, the first time I saw a playthrough, I hadn't actually read anything, and I was going through that after you get out of Taurus, and then you get your ship, and you start talking to Basila, then you start mentioning what you ask her about that fight with Riven, and she gets really uncomfortable. And the whole thing with the player character and Basila having uh, a force bond and always remembering that fight, it just quickly rang bells in my head. And because of Final Fantasy VII, where Cloud, the whole memory thing, it wasn't real, it was something else, that kind of clicked with me right away. Something is not right here. Then I read on the spoilers. It doesn't do anything for me, being surprised and not knowing this stuff. It doesn't do anything for me. I've done it a few times. It doesn't do anything for me. I like knowing when this stuff's gonna happen, because that's the way I enjoy things. That's the way I can uh, see if I actually like these things.
I just okay.
It's
We're gonna
different for you guys.
we're gonna
That's
leave
what
it there because
we're
we could
getting at.
probably.
It's different for you guys. It's different for me. We don't operate in the same manner. For you guys, you find this baffling, but that's how I enjoy these things.
Absolutely baffling.
Yes.
Okay, right. We're gonna wrap up there. It's been fun. I didn't see that coming out of nowhere.
Oh, and
But,
we should put a disclaimer in the podcast. There's huge Knights of the Old
disclaimer:
Republic
if you don't want to
spoilers
listen
here.
to the last 10 minutes, you don't have to.
If you haven't played Knights of the Old Republic and you don't want to be spoiled, you should probably not listen to the last 10 minutes of this podcast.
Because they
You're gonna
really
be
don't hold
hugely,
back. They
you're
really
gonna
don't
be hugely angry if you do.
hold back.
We're gonna spoil the big twist of the game.
Okay, well, thanks for joining me, guys. It's been a fun Gamerspective.
You? There's us.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Luther.
And we'll catch you next week for The Wolf Among Us. So, bye from me.
Yeah.
Bye from me.
Adios.
see you later.
See you later. Bye.